Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. Guess what day it is? Hump day. I know most of you are too young to remember that Geico commercial about how happy you are to be with Geico, happy as a camel on hump day. Ah, that commercial was hilarious. The camel walking through the office building. Mike. Guess what day it is? Hump day. Anyway, hi everybody. How you guys doing? Probably just showed my age a little bit, but that's okay. I'm an old guy. I don't have a problem admitting it. That's why I know all this shit. You can't know all the shit I know and be young and be sexy and be cute. You gotta pick like 3 out of 5. So I'll take smart, I'll take cute, and I'll leave young and sexy for someone else. I'll take smart and cute. It works for me. Gets me what I need. So, how's everybody doing? How's your week going? Good, wonderful, spectacular. As you can see, today's show, the results are in. So, we did a little survey. We've gotten quite a few questions from people who want to know how to improve their success rate at events, at parties, at shows. Most of them were guys. Asking what women are looking for, what single ladies are looking for, kind of what they can do better. So we had a little survey. We talked to about 15 to 20 different ladies, a couple of couples, and asked them the questions that were asked of us here on the podcast. So we're going to go through those answers, and I'm going to tell you guys, especially the guys, as in single guys, the secrets to being successful at the swing parties, the BDSM parties, the events, the shows, how you can rack up better experiences. So, the first question that we asked the ladies in the survey, and this question was specifically for the single ladies. When you go to a BDSM event, when you go to a swingers event, what are you looking for? What are you going for? What's the goal that you have in mind when you go to the event? For the most part, all of the ladies had the same answer. There were a couple of outliers, which we'll go over, but the most popular answer was, I'm just going to have a good time. I don't really have any expectations. I want to make some connections. I want to meet some new people, maybe sit and talk with my friends, but I'm really just going to have a good time, just to enjoy myself. I don't really have a specific goal in mind, but I want to have a good time. So these ladies and a couple couples that are going to these events are going to these events with the same intentions that they would be going to any other event or any nightclub or anything else. They're going to have fun. They're going to have a good time. Their idea of a good time just happens to include sexy time or a spanking or getting tied up or things of that nature. But they are going to have a good time. They're going to enjoy themselves. That's why they're there. That's why you're there. So keep that in mind. Now, I had 3 single ladies that said they were going looking for a boyfriend. And Baby Bear will tell you what this face means. So there were a couple ladies that said that they go to the parties looking for a partner, a boyfriend, someone to spend some time with. They are looking for something in the area of the R word, relationship. So it wasn't a very popular answer, but there were a couple ladies there that were looking for relationships. Out of those answers, one of them said, sure, they would be open to looking for finding a husband at a swingers party. And I said, okay, sure, right. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but we are going to talk about probability over possibility. Probability is the likelihood of something happening. Possibility is it's not 0 out of 100%. If there's a 0.001% chance of it happening, then it's possible. But probability is most likely it's not gonna happen. Most of the people that are going to swingers events, that are going to BDSM events, they're not going looking for a long-term partnered relationship. Are there people there that might be open to that? Yes, but are they going looking for that? No. So the expectation that people have that because you played with someone at a party, because you did something with someone at a party, that now you are in a relationship. Oh no. Sorry, but no. Both the men and the women that are going to these parties with the idea of play in mind, it is play. Whether it's sexual play, whether it's non-sexual play, it's still just play. They're not looking for specifically to have a relationship unless that's something you bring up in a conversation that you have with them. That is definitely, if that's on your list, that's something you want to talk about outside of the party. Probably going to be a bit of a buzzkill to bring that up at the party where you just met and you're doing some play at a play party. So let's just say we'll save that for later. Yeah. For the most part, they're looking for fun, connection, getting to know someone new, hanging out with old friends. It's about connection. Okay? Second question. Once you reach this goal, you're meeting new people, you're hanging out with people, you are following through with whatever your intention is for the night. What's the next step? For a vast majority of them, it was conversation. Swinger parties are parties that work around sex. There are sex positive parties. BDSM parties are about kinky play. They're around the kinky play, and the kinky play happens at the parties. But a lot of people that are going there are not going there with only that in mind. And what I mean is if you meet someone at a party and you get to a point where you realize you want to play with this person, you see them across the room, they're attractive. Waiting for them to get naked with someone and then just thrusting your dick into the picture is not the way to go. That's a no. Even at a swingers party, most people do not want to interact with a complete and total stranger. I did say most. Again, we are talking about probability, not possibility. So, guys, if you see a girl that you like at some point before everybody gets naked and you are ready to put your dick in her face, have a conversation. Introduce yourself. Tell her your name. Treat her like she's an actual human person. Like you are also an actual human person with social skills, the ability to communicate. Something that says you're not a fucking creeper. It amazed me how many people came out and said, I just want someone who's actually willing to hold a conversation with me before sticking their dick inside me. And of course, to me, that sounded like common sense. Yeah, people don't really do that. That's not something that really happens. But after the 10th or 11th person said exactly the same thing, that lets me know that it's actually happening often enough for these people to need to say it. So, gentlemen, at a swingers party, yes, it is a sex positive environment. Yes, sex is possible. Sex is going to happen at some point. But the people that are there are also human beings, actual people. So before you pull your dick out and throw it in her face, tell her your name, have a conversation, introduce yourself. I was told by a couple of ladies that they have seen guys at party. They've been to a party, they've seen a guy across the room, thought he was attractive, thought he was hot, but the guy never made any moves toward them. And then later on at the night, when they're getting their groove on, this guy comes out of nowhere with his dick out, and they were instantly turned off. They instantly went from being interested in the person to now not wanting to have anything to do with the person. So these guys basically ruined it for themselves. And all they had to do was just introduce themselves, talk, hello, hey, how you doing? Now, again, there were a lot of things said that I just thought were common sense. I didn't think they needed to be said, but I'm going to say them anyway because they were told to me. Gentlemen, it is a swingers party that you're going to. Remember, these are parties for couples or women that want to have sex with multiple people or multiple partners. So, seeing a woman at a swingers party, even if she has a partner, does not take her off the list or out of contention. But what that does mean is that if you want to interact with this lady, if you want to deal with this person, you do have to take the fact that she has a partner into consideration. I was told by multiple couples, and I know this for a fact because back when I was a swinger, this was an issue and a problem that I had myself in the swinging lifestyle. When I went to a party with my partner, my girlfriend, my person, whoever I was dealing with, I could be at a swingers party and literally walking around with my partner all night long. The moment I went to the bathroom and she was left alone, three, four guys would come over and talk to her. And when I came out of the bathroom and went back to her, these guys were fucking ghost. In my relationship, we call those the vultures, the opportunistic scavengers, the people who thought that, oh, he's gone. Let me go talk to her now and see what I can do. We hated those people. We made fun of those people. We laughed at those people at most of the parties. And they were our own inside jokes, but the vultures, the scavengers, those were the people that we laughed at. The guys that we would play with are the lions. The lions were the guys that would come right up to me and say, "Hey, how you doing? How you guys having a good time? You enjoying the party?" They would introduce themselves. They would talk to me. Then they would talk to my partner. They would ask me things like, "Hey, is it all right if I have a conversation with your girl?" They would ask me things like, "Hey, do you guys swap? How do you swap? How do you play? Does she play alone or do you guys play together? I'm here with my girl and we're interested in you guys as a couple. Do you play with other couples?" But just because this person was interested in my partner or my girl, they would come and talk to me, or they would come introduce themselves to me and talk to my girl right in front of me. We both enjoyed that boldness. We both enjoyed what we called that degree of honesty. I don't need to wait for you to leave. I don't need to try and talk to her behind your back. I'm going to let you know I'm interested. I'm going to let her know I'm interested, and boom, we're off and running. For us, for the partners that I had at the time, that boldness was something that they found attractive and something that I saw as a sign of respect and I appreciated. So anytime we played with a single guy or we played with another couple, it was a lion. It was never a vulture. So you guys that are out there that wait for a couple to separate to approach the girl or wait for the guy to walk off before you say something to the woman, yeah, that's not getting you any points. Like I said, those are the vultures. Those are the scavengers. Those are the guys that swoop around waiting for the dead body so that they can attack the carcass. We didn't, and most people don't want those. We want the lions. We want the guy that's bold enough to be honest and respectful of the couple. Because remember, if I'm there with my partner, we're there as a couple, we're a unit. So if you want to play with my partner, even if I'm not involved, you still need to have some level of respect for us as a couple, as people that are there together, even if I'm just her door date. Even as her door date, I need to make sure that she gets home safe because I was responsible for walking her in the door. So I'm responsible for walking her out of the door. So even if she says, "Hey, I like him, I want to play with him, I'm going to go play with him, I'll see you later," I'm going to be fine with that. And that's no problem. But just having the respect to find out if we're a couple or to talk to me or to introduce yourself to me or to say something to me, just acknowledge my existence. It's really not that complicated. That step was something that I appreciated, and after talking to multiple couples, that is something that is appreciated by most couples. The women aren't the only ones that appreciate it. The guys also appreciated having that level of respect. And the people that did that had a far greater success rate of playing with the couple than the guys that didn't. As Baby Bear says, no touchy touchy daddy's property. That's mine. I own this. This belongs to me. Just because I'm in the bathroom don't mean she don't belong to me no more. And a lot of times she gonna laugh at your ass if you do try something while I'm not there, because she knows as soon as I get back, I'm gonna get off in your ass. And don't get me wrong, respectful, good approach. Even if I'm not there, if you're showing respect, that's not a problem. But the dudes that wait for me to walk away and then think that they're gonna come treat my girl the way I have earned the right to treat her, yeah, bro, I'm gonna get off in your ass. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Because remember, it's a swingers party, but we're still people. We're still humans. You still have to show some level of respect. It is still necessary for you to be a proper human being and to show the respect that you would show another human being. Just because we're at a swingers party does not mean you can be a fucking asshole. Okay? Wonderful. Great. Spectacular. Awesome. Next question. So I asked the ladies, what were some red flags that you see in guys at parties? I talked to the single lady specifically, and the question was basically, what are the things that you see guys doing that make you not want to fuck with them? Like, again, that situation where a girl can see you across the party. She thinks you're hot. She thinks you're sexy. She wants to talk to you. She wants to get to know you. What are the things that make her say, you know what, nah, I'm good. Fuck that. And they were pretty much all the same answers. Don't be a creeper. Don't think that because we're at a swing party, you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to show me respect. That was the most popular answer from all the single ladies. And the single ladies that I talk to are single ladies that go to swingers parties or BDSM parties on a regular basis all the time. They play with single guys, they play with couples. It was a mix of Hispanic, black, white, BBC lovers. There was a little bit of everything because, again, I know a little bit of everything because of the events that I do and what I do at the events. I meet a lot of people, and I meet a lot of different kind of people at a lot of different kind of events. So I talked to a couple hot wife couples. I talked to a couple QoS ladies that are part of a couple. I talked to a couple QoS single ladies. I talked to ladies that are just single that like to go to the parties, that are Hispanic, that are white, that are black. So literally, we had a full demographic of all kinds of different people. The couples that I talked to were white couples, Hispanic couples, and black couples. So it's a little bit of everything. And the answers were all basically the same. Another red flag were guys that, again, have nothing to do with you, don't talk to you, don't say anything to you, don't introduce themselves to you. But when they see you playing with someone, they got their dick out and some expectation of something happening. Same thing. Treat people like actual human beings. Just because it's a swing party doesn't mean that they don't want to be respected. Problem. Now, a couple of the ladies, and not a large number, but a couple of the ladies said one of the problems that they had were guys being arrogant. Don't be arrogant. Don't be a fucking asshole. You might be the center of the universe for your mom, your girlfriend, your wife, but the people that don't know you don't necessarily consider you the center of the universe. So it's okay for you to just be a regular nice guy. Pleasant conversation, treating humans like humans. Really not big steps here, guys. I'm surprised that people had to say this stuff because they're saying it because it happens often enough for guys to actually not be doing these things. A couple, specifically two ladies, said they hated when guys name drop. I don't want to hear about who you know or how popular you think you are or what circles you run in. I don't care about your friends. I don't want to hear about the things you do or who you might know or what celebrity you might be involved with, or they didn't care. And I think that that's something that the guys do to impress the girls. The girls are not impressed. And again, there was a small number of the single ladies I talked to that mentioned that specifically, but it was more than two people that said it. So it's happening often enough for multiple people to say that's a thing. So the name dropping, not necessary. They want to get to know you. They're not impressed by whatever else you got going on or who you might know or what you can. That's not a thing. We're adults now. Some of the things that these people complained about are behaviors that I expect from high schoolers. If you are not beyond your high school years, you may not be mature enough to go to a swingers party. And that might be the root of your problem. Because let me tell you this. If you are watching these shows and you're listening to all of the things that I talk about, and you're saying to yourself, why aren't I ever lucky? Why can't I get a girl at the party? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? The common denominator is you. If you have situations where you're thinking, every time I try to talk to a girl, it doesn't work. Every time I meet a girl and we go out, she doesn't want to see me anymore after the third or fourth date. Every time I go to a swingers party, I can never get past the point of having sex with someone. We sit, we talk, but it never goes beyond that. The common denominator is you. It's not everyone else with the problem. And ladies, I hate to say it because I know you don't want to hear it, but yes, it's you too. I don't know why women refuse to comprehend the idea that there might be something wrong with them, but yes, everyone else in the world is not the problem. You are the common denominator. If you have, every time I talk to this guy or this girl, it doesn't work out. Every time I meet someone, I never make it past the third date or the second date. Or every time I meet someone, I can't make it past the first couple phone calls. They never want to stay connected with me. You're the common denominator. Every time I meet somebody, as soon as we have sex, I never hear from them again. You are the common denominator. Every time I hook up with somebody at one of these parties, it never lasts past the hookup. You are the common denominator. And understand something. The issue might be that you are picking the wrong people. You tend to get what you are. If you are superficial, shallow, and you don't really like to invest in people, then you're going to tend to get people that are also superficial and shallow and don't want to invest in you. So, yeah, they'll fuck you, but they don't want anything beyond that. Because people tend to be a mirror. You tend to get what you are. So, if you're not genuine, if you're superficial, if you're just here to fuck, if you just want a little physical affection and nothing else, then you're probably going to get somebody with very similar views and wants. And yeah, it's not going to go nowhere. It's not going to last. Because understand something, and this is something that's big with me. Oh, I could give you name after name and list after list. Because of what I do, because of who I am, because of the trainings, the classes, the demos, the presentations, I am constantly getting people that say, ooh, I want to do something with you. I want to have a scene. I want to hook up. I want you to do that fire you were doing on the girl on stage. I want you to do that to me. I want you, the cupping that you did on that girl at that party, I want you to cup me like that. Or I'll teach a class and I'll say, oh my God, you know so much about BDSM. I want you to be my dominant. Okay, what is it that you have to offer? What is your role as a submissive? What are you going to bring to my life? You will be amazed how often that question is met with confusion and answers that don't make sense. Most people that are looking to get into a relationship or they're looking to be with someone, they put a lot of thought, effort, and energy into what they want from a relationship. I want a person that's this, I want a person that's this, and I want a person that's this. And that's what I'm looking for. That's my list. You got to check my boxes, and you got to be this, and you got to provide for me, and I need somebody with a job, and blah blah blah, and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. And they put a lot of thought and effort into everything that they want to get out of a relationship. But when you ask them, okay, well, what are you putting into the relationship? What are you going to provide? What are you doing for this person? What are you doing for me? Those are all of the things you want me to do for you. And I'm saying, okay, I can do those things for you. I can check your boxes. I can give you the things you want. What are you going to do for me? What are you bringing into this relationship? Oh, well, what do you want? No, no, that's not what I asked you. Don't answer a question with a question. I'm asking you, what are you bringing in and giving to this relationship that's going to be equitable to all of the things that I have to provide for you and all of your boxes that I have to check? And most people, they don't think about that part. They think about what they want. They don't think about what they're giving. So the head scratch moment becomes this. Before you decide to go out there and look for somebody to be in a relationship with, when you're sitting down and you're thinking about all the things you want from a partner, make another list. Let that list be all of the things that you bring to the relationship. Make a list of what makes you a good partner. Why should this person choose you? What do you have to offer? Because again, most people know exactly what they want to receive. But it's unfair to go to someone and say, I need all of these things in a relationship. Can you do that for me? And that person looks at that list, takes honest, genuine consideration of everything you ask, and is able to say, okay, I can do 1 through 6. I'm going to have a problem with number 7 because I'm not really good at that. 8 through 12, 13, I can't. And then from 15 to 26, I got you. But when they ask in turn, well, what are you bringing to the relationship? You should have just as long of a list as a top and a bottom, as the man and the woman. This has nothing to do with gender. This has nothing to do with role, nothing to do with relationship type, nothing to do with any of that. If you can put yourself in a position where you're telling everyone what you want in a relationship, you should be able to tell them what you're going to give to the relationship as well. Okie dokie. Moving on, because we've gone on a tangent. Next question. What are the green flags? What are the things that when, again, you see that person across the room and you find them attractive, you find them interesting, what are the things that you see in them or you see them do that make you say, ooh, I want that. Yeah, I like that. I want me a piece of that. All of them, again, were pretty similar. Kindness. They all had to do with kindness or respect. Ladies, I am going to give you a secret. And this secret works for your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, the guy at work, the dude that you're interested in, that you're dating. This secret works across the board for pretty much all men. Now, I'm making a generalization, and anytime you make a generalization, there are always exceptions to the rule. But for the most part, again, probability versus possibility. For the most part, men value respect the way you value love. Pay very close attention to exactly what I said. And anyone that is here in the comments, I would welcome your opinion. If you disagree, feel free to disagree on IG in the comments. Let me know you disagree. But I'm going to tell you, men value respect the way women value love. Most women make the mistake of thinking men want what they want. We don't. We're not like you. We don't feel the way you feel. We don't want the things you want. We don't value the things you value. For the most part, and again, I'm generalizing, so there will be exceptions. Men do not want what women want. So this idea that you are a woman and you want to date, so I'm gonna get my shit together before I start dating. I'm gonna get me a job. I'm gonna start making some money. I'm gonna get my house in order. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the other. But yes, baby bear, I love you too. So, but for the most part, men are not attracted to what women are attracted to. If a woman comes to me and she's like, yo, I want to get with you. And I say, okay, well, why would I want to be in a relationship with you? If she were to say, because I got a good job, I'm ambitious, I got a good head on my shoulder, I have a career. In my career, I'm on track to retire in such and such amount of years, and I'll have a good nest egg and this, that, and the other. All of those are things that a woman finds attractive because women want to be cared for, protected, and supported. But that's not what men want. Like, you got a good job, that's great. I do too. I pay all my bills. I don't need your money. So the fact that you make good money, that's great. And I'm glad you're a well-functioning adult, but that does not make you a good partner for me. That's not what me as a man, I'm not interested in your money. I don't care if you make good money or not. You are a functioning adult. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. But that's like the bare minimum. It's like them dudes that say, "What? I take care of my kids, girl." Yeah, they're your kids. You don't get a pat on the back and a box of cookies because you take care of your kids. Like, that's the bare minimum responsibility of a father. So yes, you pay child support. Zippity doo dah. Nobody gets a fucking party because they take care of the responsibilities they're supposed to take care of. That's the bare minimum requirement for being an adult. So no, we don't give a shit. But if a woman tells me, I would like to be with you because I feel like you are a good leader. And getting to know you, I've learned that you make good decisions and I respect your choices. And I respect you as a man. And I think that you are someone who could lead me in a way that would improve my life for the better. Girl, I want to fuck you now. Any men in the comments, if you disagree, feel free to let me know you disagree. But men value respect the way women value love. So, ladies, if you can figure out a way to make respecting your man just as important as the feeling that he loves you, congratulations on your husband for life. That's really all it's going to take right there. If you prioritize respecting him the way that you prioritize him loving you, there's the key. That's how you get a husband. That's what married women do. That's how they got there. Like, that's it. That's the whole secret. Like, I mean, we can talk about it for another 20 minutes or so, but it's just going to be me repeating the same shit because that's the secret. That's it. That's the key. So, again, for the most part, the single ladies found the green flags to be kindness, respect. Because women do value respect. They don't pedestalize it and prioritize it the way men do, but women still do value respect. So kindness and respect was something that pretty much across the board, every woman said was a green flag and was something that made her want to interact or made her want to be with this person that she saw at a party, that she would say, okay, I'm attracted to this person. I like this person. What is it that's going to move from I like this person I'm attracted to hey, let's go in the room over there and let me see what your penis looks like outside of your pants? Kindness and respect was, for the most part, that answer. For the couples, most of the couples answered it in the way that we talked about earlier. They were attracted to the men that approached them as a couple, that did not try to separate them, that did not try to just talk to the girl and forget about the guy, but the gentleman that would approach them as a couple and that would put some level of importance on including them as a couple were the people that they wanted to play with. Now, every couple I talked to are couples that were open to playing with single guys, okay? A lot of the questions that we got were from single guys trying to figure out a way to be more successful at the parties. So I specifically targeted single ladies that were looking for single guys and couples that were looking for single guys when I did this survey and I asked these questions. So all of the survey, all of the questions that I asked, all of the answers I'm talking about are from people that are interested in and open to playing with single men, okay? So I'm not talking about the couples that don't want to have anything to do with a guy, that only play with couples or only play with girls. I'm not even getting into those. I did not even talk to those. The only people I talked to were people that were willing to play with single guys. Gentlemen, I know that's not super popular. I know there are a lot of people out there that just don't do the single dude thing. Believe me, I know. I understand. I used to be one of those couples back in the day when I first started as a swinger. Like I was swinging as a couple, and we didn't fuck with single dudes. Like we was looking for couples or girls. That's it. Because honestly, as a couple, if we're swinging or if we have a partner, we can both enjoy a girl because my partner's bisexual. I'm straight. So she's attracted to women and I'm attracted to women. If we bring a single guy in, that's for her. I'm just left out. Like that's not for me. It wasn't my thing. It took a little bit of experience in the lifestyle to understand that as a couple, playing with a single guy was something that I would do for my partner. It was a treat for her. If she wanted to have a threesome with another dude, if she wanted to play around with another dude, and I would just watch as a stag vixen couple. If she wanted to go off into a room with another dude and they could be alone in a room, like those are things that happen. But it took a bit of experience in the lifestyle, and it took a bit of maturity and for me to grow as a partner in the lifestyle before that happened. When I started, we just did not fuck with single dudes. So that's a thing. But even as a couple that did fuck with single dudes, that respect and the idea that this dude recognized that we were a couple, that was the priority. That was always like step one. If the dude did not have that, they weren't even on the list. In order to even be a possibility, they had to show that they at least had that level of respect. So single dudes, do not just pretend like the girl that you want to fuck is the only part of the couple that's there. Don't ignore the guy, don't ignore the partner, don't treat the partner like they don't exist. At least introduce yourself, shake his hand, let him know, hey, I'm interested in your girl. Do you guys swing? Do you swap? Like, how do you play? At the very least, that is a minimal requirement. Okay? Even cockled couples, even dudes that don't want to be involved in the situation that you might have with their wife or their partner, they're still going to appreciate the fact that you were man enough to introduce yourself and be respectful at the very least. So, I encourage all my single guys out there that want to be able to be a little more successful at the parties to just add that to your repertoire, take that little extra step and experiment. Try it out, see if it works. If it don't work, then stop. Don't even do it no more. But I can almost guarantee you that that's going to help make you more successful if you start from a place of introducing yourself and being involved with them as a couple and not just the girl you want to fuck. Okay? Great, wonderful, spectacular. Cool, cool, cool. Now, the next question was, once you're able to establish some kind of interaction at the parties, you met somebody, y'all went in the back, y'all had sex, you did your thing, whatever the case may be, what is your preferred level of interaction with someone that you entertain or you play with at a party? How do you want to, what's the next step from there? So, for the most part, the people that enjoy the time they had and they want to have more time with you, they're going to offer a form of contact. Not everybody was okay with phone numbers. I'm old school. For me, phone, I'm like, yo, if I can't call you, I'm probably not even going to be interested. I'm not going to lie. Because I don't do the social media. I'm not going to DM you on your IG. I'm not coming for you on Telegram. I'm not going to get on some social media service and send you a message and wait for, like, bro, I'm going to be like, hello, what's up? Yeah, good time. Yep, let's do it. Because I'm old school. You see all this gray? You see all this shit here? I'm old school. But most of the people that I spoke to for this survey all wanted to interact via some level of social media. Most of them were IG. There were a couple of people that talked about Telegram or FetLife or something like that. But for the most part, social media has kind of taken over for the way that people still interact and connect. A lot of people said that they were not necessarily comfortable giving out their phone number right away, but they'd have no problem exchanging social media information and staying in touch through social media. So, gentlemen, don't be discouraged because somebody doesn't want to give you their phone number. Evidently, that's a thing. Like, phone numbers just ain't where it's at no more. Now, people do a lot through social media, and that's kind of the way that people do things. Again, I'm old as fuck, so, like, I'm the only person in the survey that was like, oh, yeah, I'll give you my phone number. We could talk on the phone. People was looking at me like, talk? Don't nobody talk on the phone no more. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. So evidently I'm old as fuck. I'm the only one out here still talking on the phone and shit. Okay. Got landlines at the house. Calling people. Sending faxes and shit. Me by my goddamn self. Anyway, so that was kind of the next level. Now, a lot of the single ladies expressed a concern for safety. At the parties, you're in a pretty public area. And when I say public, I don't mean it's open to everyone in the world and everybody in the public. But at the parties, normally there's some level of security. You know, the parties normally have rules like no locked doors. They normally have rules where they'll have someone that's outside or someone that's patrolling the party so that there are no quiet corners where somebody, if you scream, everyone's going to know. So there's a certain level of comfort in that safety. And a lot of times, even though a girl may have played with you or may have spent time with you at the party, they might not be ready to move to a private setting where it's just you and them, or it's a situation where they don't have that comfort or that security of a public space. So, gentlemen, do not be discouraged by someone who says, hey, you know, I want to hook up with you again, but I'll meet you at so and so, such and such. You want to go? I want to take you to dinner. Okay, cool. What restaurant you want to go to? I'll meet you there. Oh, I can't pick you up at your house? No, no, you can't pick me up. If a young lady wants you to pick her up at her house, let her suggest it. Ladies, don't do that shit. You don't know this motherfucker. Don't do that shit. Just because the dick was good, don't mean this motherfucker won't kill your ass. Okay? Bruh. 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 Be safe. Number one, you want to meet them at a central location. They don't need to pick you up from your house. They don't need to pick you up from the corner. They don't need to pick you up from your friend's house. Meet them at a central location. If you need to get you an Uber, get you an Uber. If you can't afford an Uber to get to the date, Bitch, you need to be working, not dating. Okay? You can't afford a Uber? A Uber, bitch? Really? Come on now. If he want to take you out to dinner, he gonna take you to Outback. Meet him at the Outback. Shit, meet him at the 7-Eleven down the street from your house, and then let him take you to Outback. But do not let this motherfucker pick you up from home. You don't know him like that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, please let somebody know where you going and who you going with. Okay? I know that there are a lot of people out there that's like, yeah, that's not necessary. I'm a grown ass woman. I could take care of myself. I got mace in my purse. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Let me tell you a little secret. Back when I was going through military training, guess what we had to do? We got maced on purpose just so that we could build up a tolerance to mace because the enemy might have mace. And if they mace your ass and you can't fight back simply because you got maced, you gonna die. So what they do is you get maced intentionally a few times just so that if the enemy does mace your ass, you ain't even fazed by it. Whatever you have that you think is the reason that you are safe, it can fail. Guns can misfire. You can, for some reason, not be able to get it out your purse. Your purse can be on the floor in the back seat, and by the time he knocked your ass out, you couldn't get to it. Have a backup plan. Okay, you don't need to take the responsibility of safety on your shoulders and that's it and nothing else. Have a friend that you're going to tell where you are. Lala Baby 2490 is 100% correct. Share your location. Even if you don't have somebody that you have your location shared with all the time, share your location with somebody for that night, just for the day, just until you get back home safe, just so that a motherfucker can find your ass if something happened, okay? Shit. Baby Bear got the location of damn near every one of her family members. And when I tell y'all she will sit on her phone and watch their location like a movie, yo, this shit don't make no sense to me. She will literally be on her phone just looking at their location like, I wonder where she's going. I wonder what she's doing. I wonder, why is my mom over in blah, 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 yada, yada, yada neighborhood? Like, what is she doing over there? And I'm like, are you just like watching a location? And she's like, yeah, I just wanted to see what she was doing, see where she was going. And it is the weirdest shit to me. But she likes it. She has fun with it. Baby Bear, I love you, girl. You got that. You know that's you. But that shit is weird. That shit is super motherfucking weird. Okay? Her sister do the same thing. Her sister, oh my God, her sister, before she got married to her husband, her fiance, her boyfriend at the time, she used to sit back and just watch him when he was doing it was either Uber or DoorDash or something, but he used to like drive around a lot. And she would just sit, watch his location, and she drove around dropping off packages and Ubering and shit like. And I just be like, bro, that shit is so weird to me. Y'all just want to watch people drive around the city? And she'd be like, yeah, it's fun. I'd be like, okay, sure. That shit is weird to me. Anyway, share your location. Have a safety person. Along with sharing your location, along with meeting at a public space, number 3, safety call. You should set up a safety call with whatever person you're sharing your location with or whatever your backup person is so that an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours into the date, just have them call you. Create some crazy shit, okay? Hey, bitch, you good? Yeah, all right, bye. You ain't got to have a long, drawn-out conversation with them. We call it proof of life. That's all. I just need proof of life. Proof of life. That's it. I just need to know that she didn't get up into the bathroom and you followed her into the bathroom with the chloroform, knocked her ass out, left her phone on the floor, put her in the trunk of your car and drove off. And now I'm looking at her location thinking she's still at the restaurant and you done took her ass in the Everglades in the trunk of your car somewhere. It's proof of life. That's all it is. Hey, bitch, you good? Yeah. Yeah. You look like yeah. Yeah, I know you had Yeah, y'all hooked up at the party. He had a big dick, huh? Yeah, yeah. And he wanted to buy you food. I know your big back ass was gonna go. Uh-huh. You can get your back blown out and refilled. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, bitch. Bye. Whatever it is. Proof of life. Whatever it is. Okay. Little safety steps here and there. Now, dudes, bro, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there. You might not be one of them, but shit, you might. She don't know. If a bitch want to meet you at a public location, don't jump up in your feelings, okay? It ain't you. It ain't about you. The world does not revolve around your ass, okay? She trying to be safe, okay? Relax, have some patience, give her some grace. Let a single bitch do what a single bitch need to do for her to be okay and for her to feel safe and comfortable, okay? It ain't about whether you like it or not. It ain't about whether your feelings got hurt or not. It ain't, nigga, if you was that sensitive, just don't date. Stay home at your mama crib playing 2K25 and shitting on your boys on the net and just beat your meat before you go to sleep. Cause shit, if you that sensitive, relationships ain't gonna work out for you anyway. You need to thicken up your goddamn skin. God damn. Anyway, yo sensitive ass. So understand the safety call, the sharing of the location, the meeting at a public space. All of these are things that women do just so that they can be comfortable and they can feel safe. It ain't about you. It ain't about she thought you was a serial killer or axe murder. Something. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. She still came out on a date with your ass. So she ain't think too much, nigga. If she thought you was out here serial killing and murdering motherfuckers, it wasn't important enough for not to come and get this Outback Steakhouse free dinner. So she didn't think it was too bad. Okay. So for my ladies, for my guys, that's where we are. Now, the last question was actually a bit of a surprise. And this one was all the answers were all over the place. So the last question was how inclined are you to meet up with someone that you've played with, met, or interacted with at a party outside of the party scene for a date, for some kind of social interaction? I got answers from people that said, as a couple, we do not fuck with anybody we meet at a party. And I was like, word? And they was like, yeah, if we fuck you at a party, that's it. We might fuck you at the next party. We might fuck you at every party we see you at, but we never gonna see you outside of a party. Like we don't want any interaction with you outside the party. Yo, I thought that shit was super weird. But that's their rule. That's how they roll. It is what it is. That's their rule. That's how they roll. I had a couple of single ladies say if they meet someone at a party, and this one was a really odd one, and I had 5 different ladies give me this answer. If I meet a guy at a party, if I fucked him at a party, then I don't want to meet him outside of the party. I don't want to spend any time with him outside of the party. But if at the party we did not have sex, I'd be willing to go out on a date. And I was like, huh? And one of the ladies explained it this way. If I meet you at the party and I fuck you at the party, I already know everything. So I'm just gonna fuck with you at the parties. I'm just getting the dick. But if I didn't fuck you at the party, that means that I was distracted from the dick and I wanted to spend time and like have a conversation with you. So that means I want to spend time with you outside the party. And again, that answer was really fucking odd to me, but to her it made perfect sense. So I did not say I understood all the survey answers, but that was a survey answer. So sure, okay. Some people do and some people don't. 10 of the single ladies all gave a similar answer, and it was something to the effect of if I meet someone at a party and we chill and we get to the level where I'm willing to fuck you at the party, then I would be happy to spend time with you outside the party. So for the most part, that was the answer. So just because you're doing something at the party doesn't mean it needs to stop there. If you can keep it going, keep it going. You know, even if exchange numbers, stay in touch. The next party, you need a door date. Bam, you got a door date. Somebody that you know you could chill with, and at the very least, you know you can get a little busy with if the night gets slow and you want to, go to bed without having to beat your meat. Let somebody else beat your meat. Why not? So But the vast majority of the answers all pointed to the same thing. Be a fucking human, bro. Just because it's a swinger party does not mean you don't have to be a human being. Show respect, be nice, be kind, treat them with like you have some kind of social skills. Have a conversation. Don't come to the party, grunt like a caveman, have your dick out, and then be mad that nobody wanted to touch it. Like, I can't believe this has to be said, but based on the answers I got, there are a whole bunch of dudes out there that think all I have to do is show up at the party, grunt like a caveman, and pull my dick out, and everybody's going to want to fuck me. And when they don't want to fuck me, they're the ones with the problem. All of you. No, that's not how it works. A swingers party is not a free pass to just fuck bitches. You still need to be a human being and treat people with respect, okay? Even if a girl wants to be a dirty, nasty slut, and she wants you to call her a dirty, nasty, stinking slut, that's right. Take this bitch, you dirty motherfucking whore. Most of the time, they don't want to hear that unless you've already established the fact that you respect them in a time where it's not time to hear that. Okay? For the most part, even women that enjoy degradation and humiliation, even women that like dirty talk, that like to be called a name, they don't want just anybody calling them those names. They enjoy being called those names by people they know are just role playing and that there's some level of consideration, respect, and care. Okay? So just because you saw the dude she came with call her a dirty slut, that does not make it okay for you to see her outside smoking a J and for you to say, hey, you dirty slut, let's go fuck. And I am amazed that I have to come out and say this because it seems like common sense, but evidently common sense is not too common. Gentlemen, establish a repertoire before you take it to that level. And for those of you that don't know what the word repertoire means, have a talk, have a conversation, converse, interact with a person before you take it to the level of personal, intimate interaction without having the right to do that. Because I'm going to tell you this. I can call Baby Bear a dirty little nasty slut all I want to. But if we're at a party and somebody else calls her a dirty little nasty slut, I'm probably going to get off in your shit. And for those of you that know me, I have one leg, a bad knee, and I walk with a cane. But that cane is also a weapon, and I will use it to beat your ass. With this smile right here. Yes. I'll be standing over you, beating your ass, smiling just like this, like a motherfucking crazy person. So, yes, I have earned the right to disrespect her like that because I do everything for her. I take care of her in every possible way. So I've earned the right to be able to do that. And I would not do that to someone else's girl without a request or permission or consent, just like I would expect someone else to never do that to her without her consent or permission. So, that being said, I hope the survey was able to help you guys out, especially the single dudes that are not having as much success as they would like at the parties, the events, the clubs, and things like that. If there are any questions, IG is the best way to get me. Jump on IG, send me a comment, send me a question, Bear Effects Podcast or Sentinel Bear. To be honest, IG Sentinel Bear is the best way to send me a comment, concern, or question. If there's something you want to know, some question you have about something that was on the show, that's the best way to get me. Okay? For those of you that I am counseling, always available. Give me a call. Let me know. For those of you that would like to be counseled, I have availability. Give me a call. We can set an appointment. I am a certified counselor. Let me know. For those of you that want to be spanked, tied up, beaten, choked, hair pulled, or have in any way any kinky desires that you would like to have a professional do to you, I'm also available for interrogation, CNC, heavy scenes. I am a sadist, and I will happily compliment your masochist for very low, low fees. Yes, I enjoy it. I'm a fuck a bitch up. Okay, so thank you all for being here. Remember, like, subscribe, 2 thumbs, use them both. Like thumb, subscribe thumb. Do I get my fireworks on IG? There we go. That's right. That's what's up. IG gets the fireworks. Baby Bear, there we go. Hit it. Is it kind of, there we go. Look at that. Got all my shits. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night, as Russell Simmons would say. Guess what day it is? Guess